What's Your Why? In this webcast series, we will interview influential people from many different backgrounds. Our goal is to discover their purpose, their passion, and why they chose the path they are on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to What's Your Why? This month, I'm super honored to have a good friend with me, Bill Sims. How are you, Bill?
Doing great, Brent. Good to be with you, man.
Yeah, very honored to have you on What's Your Why because you are a change agent in our industry. Now you're coming to us from South Carolina today, right?
The other corner of the country. I think you've got the Northwest covered. I got the Southeast covered. Yep, down in Columbia, South Carolina.
There we go. So for the viewers out there who don't know Bill, you should. Bill's one of the top keynote speakers in safety and leadership and culture in the country. And I think I first met you, Bill, in Anchorage at an ASSP PDC back, I don't know, at least 10 years ago. And I
Oh, yeah.
remember you gave me this book, Green Beans and Ice Cream. And people are probably asking, what the heck are green beans and ice cream doing on the cover of a book? Get the book and you'll understand very well. Now, obviously, Bill is an acclaimed author. I read this book from Anchorage to Seattle in about 4 hours, so really easy read, transformative stuff in here. And, Bill, I've always loved what you do and your energy and your passion. And I think for the viewers, maybe telling them a little bit about kind of how you got to where you are today. How did you become a part of the Bill Sims Company and get into what you do today?
Well, my dad started the company in 1975. His early work was with some notable textile CEOs, Roger Milliken, Bob Coleman. And during the turbulent times in the 60s in the South, where we were segregated, there were race riots. If you're unfamiliar with the history, it's an easy Google search. These thought leaders were in the battle of their life. These CEOs were losing jobs to offshore cheaper labor, and they had to find a way to get discretionary effort from their people with the same equipment, the same people. They couldn't pay anybody anymore. What they found was that servant leadership was way better than my way or the highway leadership, number one. Number two, they found that if you treated people with dignity and respect, they will run through walls for you. And then they discovered this mysterious superpower, this hidden superpower that is the single key to unlocking great performance on their people. And my dad was fortunate enough to be along there for the ride. We didn't know a lot about it, but then I kind of, I came into the family business, early 80s. I spent, gracious, at least 1,000 lab experiments at Coca-Cola, GM, Ford, trying to figure out positive reinforcement and, trial and error. You get it right sometimes, you get it wrong sometimes. That kind of led me to a kind of a pausing place. I've prattled on a bit, Brett. You'll have to ask whatever questions. If I didn't
Sure.
answer that one, hit it again and I'll finish the story, or we'll go in a different
I
direction.
think one of the big ones is that you constantly reinforce with people that we should shift our thinking from zero injuries to zero at-risk behaviors. Why, quickly, why is that important?
Yeah. And the language has actually matured in 10 years since you heard that. The goal is going beyond zero injuries. If all we do is chase zero injuries, and that's our strict goal. I realized in 1980 when I started, people like Paul O'Neill and others were saying we're going for zero injuries. That was a noble goal in 1981, right? No problem with it there because we killed a lot of people. But what I saw by the year 2000 is that this strict goal of zero injuries at all costs was causing injury hiding. It was doing more harm than good. And so I knew the goal had to lie beyond zero injuries. My 2012 definition is spot on. Bill Sims circa 2012 would say, the goal is zero at risk behaviors. We're going to pursue perfection to achieve excellence. And it's zero at risk behaviors of the leadership team. That's where it starts. The C suite, dude. and then we go to the managers and the supervisors, and last are the workers, right? So our goal is zero is to pursue perfection, zero at-risk behaviors of the workers and the leaders in an interdependent culture. We pursue perfection to achieve excellence. I've now expanded the definition of what beyond zero is beyond that. Now, I don't know if you want to hear about that or not. We might be going a different direction.
Yeah, maybe in another day. But that leads me kind of to my next question is you are constantly reinventing yourself and the industry benefits because you're at the very front of culture and psychology and driving, safety as a value. What drives you to constantly be reinventing yourself?
I don't know everything, and it's the humility of knowing that I don't know everything, and being willing to hold back. If I don't know it, I'm probably not going to say it most of the time. My older brother and sister would disagree with that statement, but it really is true. And as you go further, you get closer to the top of the mountain, you can see more and more around you of the landscape. And I think that's been my journey, right? Um, we've got all these new theories that have been thrown at us. Safety two, HOP, behavioral based safety's been around since the 80s, right? I watched it. I was here before it was here. I'll be here after it's gone. Just saying. Uh, and uh, HOP is really, and I'm worried about HOP. I'm worried it may become a flavor of the month, but that's another story. I think the answer is the more you know, the more I realize what I don't know. And so I have to refine my models to address the new data that comes in that is solid and sound, and get rid of the stuff that's bogus.
That's great. Normally, I would ask, if viewers to take one thing away today, what would you want that to be? But I'm going to skip that. And I'm going to tell everybody out there that, again, I've known Bill for many years, spent a lot of time with him at different conferences. You see him keynoting at ASSP conferences in the past, National Safety Congress, a lot of these huge events. And I think last I talked to you, Bill, you were the #4 keynote in the country. And the reality, though, is that you're so passionate about what you do. You speak at PDCs, you work directly with companies, you help build cultures within organizations, and you do it better than anybody I've probably ever met. And I
Thank you.
mean, your passion and the way that you inspire leaders and frontline people, I don't know anybody who does it as well as you. So if viewers out there want to bring you into an event, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Easy. Just go to beyondzeroinjuries.com, beyondzeroinjuries.com. Spell it out, all letters, no numbers, beyondzeroinjuries.com. Click See Bill in Action. Give me a holler if you want to talk.
Awesome. And for all of you viewing today, there's going to be a link to Bill's information so you can connect with Bill. Do that. If anybody would like this book, I bought, I don't know, 50 or 100 of them after I met Bill and gave them out to all of our employees. I have about 30 of them left. Drop me a message and I'll send you a book. Bill will send you a book.
Yep.
Make sure you share this video with people. Make sure, again, that you connect with Bill and get him in front of people because Bill inspires people, and the more people he touches, the closer we're going to get to zero injuries. So, Bill, thanks for being with us today. Really appreciate the time and appreciate you.
Thank you, Brent. Take care, buddy.
We'll see you next month, everybody.